Kodak invented the digital camera. Now, as you know, the digital camera is what put Kodak out of business. So how did a company that invented the digital camera end up going out of business as a result of it? Well, here's what happened. Kodak went in, as we know. They had their launch, they had their peak, they had their fall. But the reason they didn't recover is because they didn't think outside the box. True story. Kodak went in the early 1970s, and they invented the digital camera to help the United States spy on Russia. And so what they did was they put the digital camera stuff into satellites, and instead of sending film back down, which you couldn't do, they said, we want to make it digital so that we can get the information. So Kodak came up with the idea of, here's how we can do this digitally. The problem was they weren't thinking outside the box. What they did was they said, wow, here's a digital camera. If we right now make an 80% profit margin from film, 80%. If any of us in this room have an 80% profit margin, you can retire tomorrow, because that's very, very uncommon. So they're sitting around there going, we make 80% with our film, or we can introduce this new thing called the digital camera and we'll make 20% profit margin. And they said, we aren't going to do that. We don't want to go ahead and do a 20% profit margin. So they didn't reinvent themselves, and the result is that they collapsed and ended up there.